Amalgamated gemstones are one of the most important components for the endgame in Guild Wars 2. They are needed for most legendary gear and for a lot of the unique items, and they are usually one of the most expensive components. And so in this guide I will show you all the different ways you can get them, which will end up saving you some gold. The main source to get the amalgamated gemstones is to open the hero choice chest, which you get from metas, and then it will be one of the choices available. You will get these chests from all of the metas in all of the expansion maps in Guild Wars 2. Even in the convergence metas, you will also get this hero choice chest. The only meta that doesn't give the gemstone as a reward is the meta in the Genseer Sentry, where we can fight Decima and Greer. But all the other metas will give you a chest that will include the gemstone. And the second method is by combining any crests or any tier 5 rare orbs in the Mystic Forge. These orbs in my inventory are just a small example, they are not all of them. If you want to know what orbs you can use for crafting the amalgamated gemstones, just go to your bank or any crafting station and then go to the material storage, scroll down here until you reach gemstones and jewels, and look for any rare item in this section, which basically is going to start from here. All of these items, all of the rare ones, can be used. So for example, the passion flower and the azurite crystals cannot be used. Ecovold resin and pure jade can also not be used because they are exotic. But all of these other items can be used. Quartz crystals also is green, so it can't be used either. Even the doublons, since they are rare, you can also use them in the Mystic Forge to make amalgamated gemstones. There are two recipes you can use in the Mystic Forge. The first one is to combine 1 pile of crystalline dust with 3 of any of the orbs or crests or doublons. So for example, I can put orbs with crests, with doublons, and with 1 pile of crystalline dust, and this is going to give me 1 gemstone, and there is also an extremely low chance you can get 5 gemstones by doing this. But once more, this has an extremely low chance, so basically most of the time you will just end up getting 1. And just to show you another example, this time I will combine 3 of each of these orbs with 1 pile of crystalline dust. And once more, we got 1 amalgamated gemstone. The second recipe is by combining the same items like orbs, crests or doublons, but this time you will need 25 of each with 5 of globs of ectoplasm. So here are 25 of 3 orbs with 5 of globs of ectoplasm, and this will give you 10 amalgamated gemstones with a very low and rare chance of getting 25. So the previous recipe that used 3 of each item will give you 1 amalgamated gemstone, but this one that will use 25 of each item will give you 10 gemstones. And so there are 2 ways we can use these recipes. The first one is to buy the components needed from the trading post and then use it in the Mystic Forge to get the gemstone. And the second one is to use what you already have in the material storage instead of buying them. But either way, whatever you will do, stay away from ones that are very expensive, like the black diamond for example, or the Magume lily and the freshwater pearls. For the recipe that uses 3 of each of the components, you don't want to buy them from the trading post to craft the gemstone. Most of the time, it will be cheaper to just buy the gemstone right away. However, if you already have the materials, in some cases, it may be better to use these materials to craft the gemstone than to buy it directly. Just again, be careful before doing so and compare the prices to be safe. However, for the recipe that uses 25 of each item with 5 globs of ectoplasm, it's actually quite the opposite. You will find it overall cheaper to buy the components from the trading post to craft the gemstone, or even better if you have the components and you don't need to buy them. Then again, in most cases, it will be better to use these items to craft the gemstone than to buy it right away. Now please keep in mind that my recommendations are based on 2 things. The first one are the current prices of the orbs and the current price of the gemstones, and the second part is that I will assume you will use the buy order price to get these orbs if you will buy them from the trading post. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to see more guides for Guild Wars 2. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much and I will see you in the next guide.